Welcome back to NBA Wild TV, and we're going to take a look at 10 shocking NBA body transformations in 2020. NBA players have a reputation of being fit and healthy, but this is not always the case. There have been players that have been so out of shape that it was alarming. One such player was my man Ed Curry, who never seemed to have the will and determination to put in the work to remain fit and healthy. Curry was known to sit out preseason training and would often turn up for the start of the season incredibly overweight and would often pick up an injury or two here and there. Because the NBA season in 2020 has been way longer than any other in the league's history, players had the perfect opportunity to work on their body and transform themselves into lean and super fit players. Let's take a look at 10 of the most shocking NBA body transformations in 2020. If you're enjoying this video and want to see more like this, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for the regular updates on our best NBA videos. James Harden. James Harden is one of the league's top scorers, known for his tremendous speed on the pick and roll and his signature step-back three-pointer. When you watch James play, you'll have no doubt that he's well-conditioned and full of stamina. However, if you took a closer look at Harden before the break in the league in March, you would have seen a slight belly, which is never a good sign for a professional sports player. Harden took this to heart and put in some consistent work while the league was paused. The hard work resulted in Harden looking like this when the league restarted in the bubble in Orlando. Russell Westbrook. The 2017 MVP Russell Westbrook is generally a beast when it comes to working out and being as fit as he possibly can. We usually see my man Russell Westbrook displaying his strength by literally walking by defensive players and scoring at will. Despite his apparent tip-top physical conditioning, Westbrook actually continued his rigorous workout regime with his trainer Ron Boss Everling, and was probably in his best shape ever by the time the bubble came around at the end of July. He had clearly developed more rigid muscles and looked leaner and fitter than he was before the NBA went on the long hiatus in March. Zion Williamson. Unfortunately, Zion Williamson missed out on being selected as the Rookie of the Year primarily because of his injury-prone season, which allowed him to only play in 24 games for the entire season. Williamson still managed to average 22.5 points, 6.3 boards, and 2.1 assists in only 27.8 minutes per game, which are pretty decent numbers. The NBA break was an opportunity for Zion to get himself in a superb level of fitness, and he did just that. The young prodigy lost 25 pounds of fat and replaced it with 10 pounds of muscle, which gave him an incredibly lean look. We hope that he keeps up the work ethic and comes back even fitter for the next season. If Zion is fit and healthy, there's no limit to what he can do in the upcoming season. Nikola Jokic, the Joker. The Denver Nuggets Serbian all-star Nikola Jokic is the player that has undergone the most drastic body transformation in 2020. Jokic was 284 pounds at the start of the COVID-19 induced lockdown, and he surprised us all with his lean frame when he emerged from the lockdown. He lost about 30 pounds and looked like a totally different person. He's been in terrific form in the bubble, and he helped his team to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2009. Big ups, Nikola. Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford is a true veteran of the NBA. He's only the 8th player in the history of the league to play for 20 seasons. This fact alone shows that Crawford has managed to stay healthy and fit for longer than most people in the history of the game. He didn't have a contract at the start of the 2019-2020 season after being released by the Phoenix Suns. But Crawford kept himself in tip-top condition, which was noticed by the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets signed him in early July, and he was one of the most productive members of the Nets team in the bubble, which shows how fit Crawford is at 40 years old. LeBron James. LeBron James is an automatic beast and epitomizes success at the highest level of all sports. To get to that level, LeBron has a grueling workout regime, which he intensified during the COVID-19 induced break from the NBA. He was one of the players that emerged from the break in top condition, which is visible through his well-toned body, agility, and strength when dominating both ends of the court. Marc Gasol. The Raptors' Marc Gasol has always been one of the biggest players on the team's roster and was often the guy on the team that was asked to defend the rim. However, his bulky size kind of decreased his ability to be as explosive as he wanted to be offensively. Gasol spent some time in the gym after the lockdown and surprised us with his lean and lighter body when he emerged after the lockdown. His transformation helped him to be much more fluid on the court in the bubble, and he now looks like a much better player too. Carmelo Anthony. Melo's a legend in his own right and has been playing in the NBA since 2003. In 2018-2019, it became apparent that Melo was not in the best shape, and he even seemed a bit overweight. He played in only 10 games for the Rockets in that season. We all began to wonder if this was the end of the road for Carmelo. But like the true champion that he is, Carmelo Anthony worked feverishly on his fitness and lost a lot of weight that had been slowing him down. Anthony's story shows that if you work hard and stay fit, you can achieve great things in basketball, even if you are in your mid-30s.
He's got it! Carmelo Anthony!
Dion Waiters. Dion Waiters has literally shocked all of us with his new look body. Waiters was picked up by the LA Lakers on March 6 after a tumultuous 3-year relationship with the Miami Heat came to an end in 2019. He was either injured or suspended for the majority of the 2018-2019 season and played only 3 games for the Heat. However, my man Waiters shed over 13 pounds between March and July of 2020 and became much healthier. His body transformation has resulted in him performing at a high level for the Lakers in the playoffs so far. We hope he continues to positively contribute to the Lakers' quest for their first title in 10 years. Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic has been an absolute superstar in his short NBA career so far.
Up three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good!
And we expect him to continue to dominate in the future. Doncic, however, was one of those players who was not in the best shape while the NBA was on break. He was in his home country of Slovenia for most of the off time and was way out of shape just before the NBA restarted. He managed to play relatively well for the Mavericks in the bubble, but we can only wonder how much better he could have been if he was fully conditioned. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for the regular updates on our best NBA videos.